Hello, Jannik. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Yannick. I'm 31 years old, father of a stepson who's 5 years old, and becoming father for the first time in July. So I'm looking forward to that. Recently started my own business, so there's a lot of things going on. Pregnant wife, business in the making. So there's a lot going on there. 16-hour days is basically my daily doing. And yeah, I'm now in the real world for 1.5 years, and I'm looking forward to this interview.
Okay. So the first thing that comes to mind is you say you started your business recently, and
Yes.
your wife is 3 months away from giving birth. So how comes you took that leap? Like some people would consider a very risky step to be making when you're in such a position.
Well, it is a risky step, but God knows best, I'd say. So I was having the first thoughts on starting the business in like September, October of last year. And I think I did not know yet that my wife was pregnant. No, I didn't know. I found out after I communicated the thought to my now business partners. So I told them like, "Hey, maybe let's do this." And we've calculated some numbers because I knew them from the job I was doing. And yeah, then we took the chance. We said, okay, let's do this. And then in the process, I found out that my wife was pregnant, and also my business partner found out that his wife was pregnant too. So they're both giving birth in July, and we are three guys, and two will be out for maybe a month because we have to take care of our wives. So yeah, it's a big risk. We know that, but we are very committed, and so I know it's gonna work because I've seen the over the past 6 weeks that we're now in business that it does work, that it does work a lot better than we thought, and we can already think of expanding the business and scaling up. So yeah, I'm not worried. I trust in myself, I trust in my partners, I trust in God. So everything will be fine.
Okay, sounds very cool. So what does your business involve?
Yeah, we're doing solar systems for homeowners. I've been doing this for now 4 years, about 4 years. Yeah, yeah, pretty much exactly 4 years now. And I've been doing this as a salesman. I started sales in insurance and got a little bit of sales training there, and it didn't work out too good. But insurance was just not my product, and I'm not the type of guy for this. So yeah, I started 4 years ago in selling solar systems to homeowners. And basically, what we did is we were the three best salesmen in our old company. And yeah, I think you could say we're maybe under the top 10 salespeople in Germany when it comes to solar, because the performance we did in the old company was pretty much outstanding. And yeah, our work didn't get appreciated the way we wanted it to be. So we got a little, we didn't like the way we were treated. We thought there would be more money in it for us, and they didn't appreciate what we did. So yeah, we started to become like not that satisfied with the company. And then we started to think of, yeah, let's do our own thing. And that's basically what we did.
Okay, so on that note, what kind of a situation or circumstances would you have been okay with in the previous company? Because I think a question like that will give
Yeah,
insights into business owners how to actually treat their employees properly.
yeah, sure. Yeah, I don't want to shit on the old company because there's a lot of thanks I or a lot of credit I have to give them. But it's the market, the solar market was very volatile. So there are, like, from 2023 to 24, the market really kind of crashed, and I was responsible for the whole area. So I had a couple of people underneath me, and they gave me this position, and then the market crashed, and after like 2 3 months, they just took the position away, and they wanted to give me a position that was like not comparable. So I was like, listen, I've got a life standard that I want to keep, and I cannot take this position. So I got back only into sales, because in sales I could have earned a lot more money than in this leader position. And they just didn't care. They gave me a position, they promised me like, okay, you're gonna earn this and that and that. Then the market crashed, and they were like, yeah, I gotta take the position away. Then also with my business partners, like when they were on a holiday in Germany, it's normal that you have to take holiday. It's like a 30-day holidays you have to take. And usually when you're in sales, you have to pay the standard of the last 3 months, including commissions. And they just didn't pay shit. They were like, okay, you're on holiday, so they didn't give a fuck. Then we were the best salesman, nobody got a bonus or anything. And there were a lot of things that you were like, okay, there are three bosses basically in this company, and none of them is working like directly with a customer. They are all just, yeah, pretty far away from what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, and everybody wants to cash out. And they didn't bring a lot of value to the company. So I was like, listen, I'm gonna pay these guys with the commission that I don't earn. You see where I'm going at? So I could earn a lot more commission if I didn't have to pay the business owners for doing fuck all. So
Yep.
I was like, listen, this is my money they're getting. And this is why I was not satisfied anymore, because they if they were working their asses off like we did as salespeople, I would have been fine. But it was just not, there was not a fair value trade.
Okay. Understood. And then people usually say when you go into business with other people, you want to have a diverse set of skills. So one person does one thing, other person
Yeah.
specializes in another thing. But in your case, it was three salesmen going
Yes.
into a business together. So how did you
Yes.
delegate your roles, and what are you each responsible for?
Yeah, we're still kind of finding our roles, but it's becoming pretty clear, because it's like natural. Because even though we're all salespeople, we still have like different skills. Because I'm a lot better in IT thanks to the AI automation campus. Because my friends, or my business partners, they don't know what an API token is, and I didn't know before I got into the real world. So yeah, that's basically where I got a lot of skills to do some IT. And yeah, basically the thing about this business that we're doing is that it's basically all sales. Because like in marketing, you have no chance to become visible in my niche. It's not possible. Like if you want to run meta ads, you have no chance, because there are companies like NPAL or 1,5 Grad. This is the one of the biggest, and there are all these marketing agencies, the lead agencies, and they pump millions into meta ads, Google ads, etc. So there's no chance you become visible like this. So customers is basically you pay for the lead, and there are two, three, four, five, sometimes 10 other companies that also get the lead. So we get the lead, and we just trust our sales skills yeah, to get the customer, which is basically what we did. Then for fulfilling, we have subcontractors. So we know people from who do roofing, we know electricians, and basically we just give them the possibility to fulfill what the customer has given us. So basically, all we do is sales, and all we need is some CRM system and some some billing, which can be done by the tax consultant. So there's not that many skills that we need, because there's no marketing needed, for example. There's no fulfilling needed. So yeah, it's pretty basic. Of course we have to like learn some more skills to do a lot of things more on our own, because the more things you do on your own, there's more money in it. But for now, all we do is sales, so
Okay.
that's a good thing.
Very cool. And then I think it's about time now to ask. So, with everything you're doing, how did you come across the real world, and why did you decide to join it?
Oh yeah, I joined the real world about, I think, about 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah, must be about 2 years ago, because I was living a pretty different life back then. You know, I was having multiple females in my life, so I was kind of spinning the plates. You know, now I'm married and I'm settled. I'm settled, and I'm very happy. But yeah, I was having a very different life, and I was watching Andrew Tate's content. And basically, one of the girls that I was with, she was very interested in like trading and everything. And I know they had the trading campus. And I told her a little about that I'm thinking of joining the real world and stuff. And she was like, you know what, I'm gonna join. So she joined, and then she told me about it, and she was very yeah, she was very interested, and she was also she said for $50 you really get a lot. You know, it's like worth the $50. But she didn't follow through the trading campus, and I was that was like my confirmation to be like, okay, it's worth $50, you know. And that's when I joined, and I, yeah, went into multiple campuses. I like got into trading, crypto, AI, content creation, and everything. And I was just like, for about 1 year, I would say, I was just trying campuses, and I didn't really find the campus that I could go through. And I didn't get into the business campus because I thought I don't have a business, you know. So I didn't get in the business campus. And then someday I was just like, okay, let's check out the business campus. And then I saw that there was sales and everything. You know, this was basically my niche, and I could really improve my sales game from it. So I basically did almost every course. I love the Top G tutorial, for example, because I think the first ever Hustlers University is basically everything you need in business. It's like money in, sales, sales, sales. And that's basically when I really started to log in daily, to drive from customer to customer, to consume the courses and everything. And yeah, now then I joined the first ever Heroes year, so I committed for 1 year. And yeah, that's my experience that I had with the real world. Yeah.
Okay. How's the heroes here for you? Were you consistently listening to the lectures?
Yeah, I was listening to all the lectures, especially in the first month that Luke did all the lessons, all the audio lessons. I listened to all of them. I was when I do was having a little break, I was going through the lessons. Um, I didn't like I was not the perfect student, I'd say, because I didn't get my daily sunlight, and I didn't get my daily training in, even though I really tried really hard. But yeah, the Heroes year was really like. It was a great experience, because I really started to commit and to do more and go the extra mile. You know.
Okay. And then what about the business mastery campus? So you said you consumed all the lessons from it. So what did you actually end up implementing into the business that you're currently doing?
Yeah, the business that I'm currently doing is basically all about sales, as I already said. So the sales lessons help me improve my sales game a lot. So that's of course the things that I implement. Um, then also the Knox lectures. We're about to implement like the strategies, the strategy pyramid, like what's our mission, what's our vision. These are the things that we're going to implement next, because we're right at the start, and we have to find ourselves. But the business strategies will be very helpful, because didn't know about that before. And of course the sales courses. And I think the philosophy is basically what's the most important. It's like, the if you don't have money in, you don't have a business. Speed. when we started this business, it's like the number one lesson is speed. And it's, I think, the most important lesson. That's why it's the number one lesson, because we founded this business with basically no money. You have to have, like, I think we invested uh 10,000 euro each, so it's like 30,000 euro that we invested. And there's a lot of capital needed in our niche, because we have to buy all the parts up front, and it's very expensive. Like last week we had to pay like 62,000 euro just for 2 weeks to deliver the parts to the customer, the solar panels, the battery, the inverter, and everything. So it's a very expensive business, actually. And we started with basically too little money. We didn't have enough money to even fulfill one customer, or 1 week of customers, let's say 1 week. So not enough money for that. So we had to get money in, so down payment from the customer, to finance what we wanted to do. So basically all we did was, yeah, you get a little bit of discount if you have an upfront payment, and basically I think 80% of our customers pay something upfront so we can finance the construction. And we had to have speed. So it's the number one lesson. It's the most important lesson that we started. Like, everybody told us you cannot start this business with less than 100,000 euro, and we started it with like 20, 30,000 euro, and we didn't even need it. We
Mhm.
just financed everything through upfront payments, and that's basically the success story. And now, like 6 weeks later, we're up. We have like a revenue of 600,000 euro, which is $650,000, and yeah, that's basically all the money coming in. Even though we didn't do a lot of construction, we had like 3 weeks of construction now, and we already have a lot of money in. So that was the most important lesson, and I got it through the business campus. Yeah,
Mhm. So yeah, truly the lessons from Tate, his 100 business lessons for,
yeah,
as you
yeah,
said, the university thing. Yeah, number one, speed, money in, and yeah, you literally done exactly that.
yeah,
So super cool.
yeah,
I've interviewed a lot of people, but not many actually applied it in the same way that Tate did. Because in his case, I think it was television commercials he was
yeah.
selling.
The
He was
television
using
commercials. Yeah,
and he was using payments from one client to actually pay
yeah,
for the other client
yeah.
to
That's exactly
post
what we did. Yeah,
so yeah, super cool to
because
see that
yeah,
what
because
what
the first customers, we offer them different payment methods. And in the first 2 weeks, of course, we were chasing customers like crazy, because usually they have an appointment, then they have appointments with like 3, 4 other companies, and then they get to a decision. So no, normally decision process is like 3 weeks at least. So we had to get decisions fast, because after 4 weeks we wanted to start construction. So,
Mhm.
and the first customers we had, they were like, the first 2, 3 customers, they were all like, "Oh, I don't want to pay anything up front. I want to pay everything when we're all done." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, how am I gonna do this?" And I told them, "Okay, well, let's do it the way you want." And the first customer, I just pushed the construction a little bit back, because I told him, like, we're all booked, which we weren't, because it was like one of the first customers. And I told him, okay, I have to push you a little bit back, so I had to have more time to get money in. And basically, what he did is he recommended me to 3 neighbors, and these neighbors paid upfront, or they paid
Mm,
parts upfront, so I could like use the money from the neighbors to fulfill the customer. So yeah, it was a pretty cool story, I think.
yeah, yeah, amazing. So now I want to see the contrast between how everything is for you now and, let's say, 2 years ago before you joined the real world. Well, how different is your average day? You said now you're working 16 hours a day, and yeah, working on your own business. So if you were to break it down, just an average day now compared to 2 years ago.
Yeah. Well, my days are very different, because I quit the testosterone using. So a little bit of my background. I was doing bodybuilding, which is a pretty gay sport, as I know now, and I was always like on steroids from the time I was 19 years old, and I had to quit that because I had the wish for a family, and
Yes.
now I'm all clean for like 1.5 years. But basically, my day was like doing sales, doing training, and yeah, trying to get laid basically. So that was basically my everyday life. It was pretty nonsense. It was pretty fun orientated. It was like a sex, drugs, rock and roll lifestyle, you know. And then I started to do things differently. Of course, meeting my wife was a big difference to me. Made a big difference, and now I have like Tate said, what's your love worth if you cannot give your children like a good school, or take them out of poverty, or don't make them go to school where they get the matrix scam or something, you know. So basically, all I'm doing, and the work I put in, is for my family, and of course for me. I want to have a great life too, you know. But it's less fun orientated. So there's no more party, no more spinning the plates, no more drugs. You know, it's just work, commitment, dedication, taking the responsibility that God has given me, and yeah, so my life is completely different. It's like a 180. So yesterday I was just meeting some electricians because we had an issue with our electrician. He's like in Thailand now, and he's called in sick like at 11 p.m. 2 days ago, and we have nobody to do the work. And so I we applied speed again, met with electricians, and they were like, "What? You're married? What's happening? How has your life changed?" You know, and because they knew a different version of me, and that's so my life completely changed. It's a lot of work, a lot of dedication. I try to get the training in because I know it's important. Do a lot of training at home because yeah, the gym, you have to drive to it, and so I do a lot of training at home, and just try to do the best that I can. So yeah, 16-hour days is my everyday. Yeah.
Beautiful. Then, since you mentioned Tate quite a few times now, what kind of an impact has Tate had on you and your mindset?
Yeah, he had a big impact. Because I found him like through the reels on Instagram, and he was like shitting on women basically. And that's what I thought because I only saw the clips, and I was like, what's this arrogant piece of shit, you know? And then I got like one reel where I was like, this dude kind of makes sense, you know? So I started following his content, and it was before, it was like, let's say like 3 years ago. It was before jail time, definitely before jail time. So I started to follow his content. I looked at some long format podcasts, and he changed a lot in me because first of all, it was this responsibility, taking responsibility for actions. It was finding God. Had a lot of to a lot of yeah, a lot of had to do a lot with following Tate, because I had a moment where I was like, okay, who are my role models? And I didn't have a male role model when I was growing up because my father died at the age of 30 when I was only 1 year old. So he had a motorcycle crash, and didn't survive. So basically, I didn't have a male role model growing up, and I was looking for male role models like on the internet. And there's a German rapper, Kollega. He's a big role model of mine. Also wrote a book, which I do recommend to all the German listeners, definitely. Then I followed like Grant Cardone, who I admired, and then there was Tate, and I was like, okay, what do these people have in common that I really like? When I look at their whole life, not only what they like try to represent, or like some people are great at sales, but they like how's the guy called here from Wolf of Wall Street? Not Leonardo DiCaprio, Jordan Belfort. Like if you listen to Jordan Belfort, he's like a great sales guy, but he's got none of his life in order. So he's not a person to look up to. So I was like, okay, who do I really look up to? Whose life would I want to live? And what do these people have in common? And all three are God-fearing people, family people. They take responsibility, and they're all rich. So I was like, dude, I want to have their lives. So that's when I really started following Tate. That moved a lot in me. When I met my wife, she was like, "Yeah, you're listening to this Tate guy. I think he's like kind of misogynistic, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Hey, let's just listen to him." And then for quite some time, it was like a ritual for me and my wife to watch the newest emergency meeting and then like talk about the things they were talking about. So this was like something that really connected us because she's what you would now call a tread wife, which is basically what every like real man wants. And yeah, that's he changed a lot. He changed a lot, and I really have to give him a lot of credit for the life that I'm living right now.
Amazing. Love to hear that. And since you're on this trajectory now, and with everything you're doing, what kind of plans do you have for future then? Plans, goals, if you were to lay it out in the short term, medium term, and long term.
Yeah. So short term is of course get rich as quick as possible, because I'm in Germany and I don't want my kids to grow up here. Germany is really collapsing. It's like Tate says with London. It's the same thing that I see here. There's a lot of criminals, a lot of terrorists. There's the streets are dirty. Like my hometown is Essen. Like I used to go to the city center when I was younger, and you cannot go to the city center anymore because it's all dirty. They're all junkies and immigrants, and nobody's speaking my language. You don't feel comfortable. You cannot wear a nice watch when you go to the city because you have to be scared to get robbed. Police is overwhelmed with all the crime going on. It's very sexualized. Everything's sexualized. I'm, I will be father to a daughter in 3 months, so I cannot have her grow up here. I cannot have it because there's like if you go through the streets and there are ads of like the sauna club. There are ads of is your latest date still itching you, which basically means do you have what's the disease called, the genital diseases, like so there's you know uh there's like crazy ads which are so sexual, and it's like your everyday life. You just go past like naked people on billboards every day. So it's very sexualized. When you listen to stories that even my wife has been through, in when she was younger, especially with immigrants. It's like I cannot believe this was happening already like 10, 15 years ago, and it's even gotten worse. So I grew up pretty protected actually where I grew up, but my wife didn't, and I don't want my daughter to have like experience like this. So I need to get out of Germany within the next 3 years. I need to get out because,
And
like, even in
your plan.
kindergarten, like my stepson, he's in kindergarten, and they have books on like a hamster that's a male, but he always knew that he wasn't really a male. Like, it's fucking kindergarten. Like, leave the kids alone with this LGBTQ bullshit. Then um, what's a kindergarten nurse called in English? I don't know. Like the one guy who's watching the kids. I don't know the term. And he's like transitioning, I think, because like he's grown his hair all out now. He's wearing lipstick and his fingernails are painted. And I was like, dude, you're with kids. Like, like, why do you have to express yourself in front of the kids? You know, he does have mental issues. He's married to a woman, but I don't really know the circumstances. Like, is he bisexual? And I don't really care. I don't care. Like, do in your private life whatever you want, but leave the kids alone with it. You know. And you know, your son is coming home and he's like, why is he dressed like a lady? And you have to explain. So what do you say? Like, yeah, he's a crazy person. So basically, that's what it is. He's a crazy person, and he admits he's a crazy person. He's in therapy and everything. But why do you have to express your self findings in front of the kids? And nobody says anything, because if you say anything, you're a Nazi, because you're a German, and everything you say, you're a Nazi. So it's crazy. So I have to get out of here. So my short term plan is get as much money as possible to get the fuck out, get to Dubai or go to Switzerland. Switzerland is pretty okay. So it's not what I really want. I would like to go to the Emirates. Not actually not Dubai, because Dubai is too loud, too dirty. But Abu Dhabi would be a great choice, I think. And my wife is part Pakistani, so she's used to some hot weather. So yeah, that's the plan for the short term. And long term, of course, we have to see what kind of opportunities God will provide for me, and I will take opportunities and yeah, get richer. So, but basically, it's right now it's all short term. It's just get the fuck out of here. So that's the most important thing.
Makes sense. All right. And then I think we can wrap up with a final question then.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
since the real world benefited you in building your company and with your mindset as well, with the date lessons, with everything, what advice do you have to people who are unsure about joining because they think they might get scammed for $50?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you won't get scammed, first of all. So if somebody's watching it and he's thinking of getting into the real world, just get in. Because like for $50 a month, it's like nothing. It's no money right now, especially with inflation right now. It's like buying water for a week. So just get in, because it will only benefit you, because it doesn't matter if you like. I was pretty unsuccessful, I would say, inside the real world for 1 year, 1.5 years, because I didn't find my way. But there are a lot of good people, a lot of guidance. I think you can try a lot of things, and there will be something that you're interested in, that you're already maybe a little bit good at, and there will be something that will truly, truly benefit your life. And even if it's just accountability, even if it's just that, it's it's just a great platform, and I recommend everybody who's thinking about it to just join, try it, get in for a hero's year maybe, and just do it, because there's nothing to lose, there's only to gain.
Yeah, well said. Okay, so quite an interview there, Yannick. In 6 weeks, got 600,000 euros in revenue from
Yeah,
basically from scratch.
yeah,
And yeah, while having a wife that's around 6 months pregnant,
yeah,
will soon give birth to your daughter. And then yeah, all the frustrations you expressed, completely understandable. I'm in Dubai now, and yeah, it's way better of a place to raise a family, I'd imagine, than anywhere in Europe and most places in Europe. But even so, you can find even better. I just said because something like Abu Dhabi, I'm sure, would be even better than Dubai or Saudi. So yeah, really cool to have spoken with you. Thank you for sharing everything, and I wish you all the best for future.
well, I wish you all the best too. I wish that your channel will explode. I wish that a lot of people will get your message, and yeah, maybe we'll hit up someday in Dubai or in Abu Dhabi or wherever. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Was a very very good interview. Thank you for asking me, and yeah, see. I think see you. See ya.
Yeah.